With an impressive 12 Grammy nominations, 6 #1 hits, and an Oscar nod to her name, Diana Ross is Hollywood royalty. Ever wondered how this icon lives off stage? In this video, we will go in-depth into the life of the legendary Diana Ross, discussing her story and journey to fame, her personal life, her net worth, and how she spends her wealth by looking into her mansions, cars, and philanthropic work. Diana Ross was born on March 26, 1944, in Detroit, Michigan. She was the second of 6 children born to Ernestine and Fred Ross Sr. Initially named Diane by her mother, a clerical error on her birth certificate caused her to be officially recorded as Diana. Raised in a Baptist family, her early years were filled with love and strong community ties. However, at the tender age of 7, her mother fell ill with tuberculosis, leading Ross and her siblings to temporarily relocate to Bessemer, Alabama, under the care of their grandparents. After her mother recovered, the family returned to Detroit, settling in the Brewster Douglass housing project. It was here that Ross spent her formative years, attending Cass Technical High School with dreams of pursuing a career in fashion design. Immersing herself in various classes and extracurricular activities, Ross demonstrated outstanding talent and drive. But how did she go from being a relative unknown to being a global superstar? It all began when she was just 15 years old. She joined the Primettes, a sister group to the Primes, under the notice of Primes member Paul Williams and music manager Milton Jenkins. The Primettes, including Ross, Florence Ballard, Mary Wilson, and Betty McGlown, gained attention after winning a talent contest in 1960. This caught the interest of an A&R executive, Robert Bateman, who invited them to audition for Motown Records. Despite initial hurdles, the Primettes eventually auditioned 4 Motown executives, impressing Berry Gordy with Ross's captivating voice. Gordy recognized their talent and advised them to finish high school before signing. But the determined group persisted, forcing Gordy's hand. In January 1961, Gordy agreed to sign the group under the condition of a name change, leading to the adoption of the Supremes, chosen by Florence Ballard. Despite initial skepticism from Ross about the new name, the trio signed with Motown as Diana Ross and the Supremes in January 1961, marking the beginning of their rise to fame. With Diana Ross taking the lead role, the group achieved unprecedented success, scoring numerous hits, including their first #1 hit, Where Did Our Love Go?, in June 1964. In 1965, she officially changed her name from Diane to Diana, a move that surprised her colleagues. Despite internal challenges and changes, Diana Ross and the Supremes remained a dominant force in the music industry, captivating audiences worldwide and solidifying their place in music history. But the internal challenges and changes finally gave way as Ross went solo and began her remarkable solo career with the release of her self-titled debut album in May 1970. This milestone marked the beginning of her journey as a solo artist, featuring iconic songs like Reach Out and Touch Somebody's Hand and Ain't No Mountain High Enough, which quickly topped the charts, earning her first consistent solo hit. In 1971, Ross expanded her talents to television, making headlines for her first special, Diana, where she showcased her remarkable singing voice alongside the Jackson 5. However, her breakthrough came with the role of jazz legend Billie Holiday in the biographical film Lady Sings the Blues. Ross's performance received widespread praise, earning her Golden Globe and Academy Award nominations. When it comes to Ross's personal life, it's as vibrant as her professional one. Her first marriage was to music executive Robert Ellis Silverstein in 1971. The couple had 2 daughters together, Tracy Ellis Ross, who followed in her mother's footsteps and became a successful actress, and Chudney Ross. After divorcing Silverstein in 1977, Ross married Norwegian shipping magnate Arne Næss Jr. in 1986. They have two sons, Ross Arne and Evan Ross. Ross cherishes her role as a mother and ensures a loving and nurturing environment for her children. In addition to the children from her marriage, Ross is also the mother of Rhonda Suzanne Silberstein. Rhonda was born during Ross's relationship with Motown CEO Berry Gordy. With such a successful career in showbiz, Ross has amassed life-changing wealth. She has an estimated net worth of $250 million. How does this spend her hard-earned wealth? Let's explore her lifestyle. Starting with her mansion in Greenwich, Connecticut. This place is massive, covering about 12,500 square meters, and it's loaded with fancy stuff that suits a music superstar like Ross. The mansion is absolutely stunning, with lots of luxurious features all around. Imagine 10 bathrooms, a beautiful spiral staircase that goes from the basement to the third floor, and even a bowling alley. It's perfect for having fun with friends and family. When you step inside, you'll be greeted by a cozy family room decorated with classy 18th century oak panels, giving it a timeless feel. The main bedroom is like a paradise of luxury, complete with a fireplace on both sides and fancy arches that connect the rooms, making it feel warm and intimate. Outside is just as awesome, with a cool pool, a relaxing spa, and a tennis court for outdoor fun. There's also a garage big enough for 5 cars, plus a guest house, and another garage with an apartment on top for visitors. This mansion was designed by the famous architect Frank Forster, and it's right by the Long Island Sound, so you get amazing views. Ross bought the place back in 1980 from a famous actor, Frank Goron, and added her own style to it. Later, in 2007, she decided to sell it for a whopping $39.5 million. But even with all its charm, she had a hard time finding a buyer, especially when the real estate market wasn't doing so well. Still, Ross fought for a lower property tax, even though it didn't quite match up with how valuable the mansion really was. This mansion is actually on 2 pieces of land, one worth about $9 million and the other about $10 million because it's right by the river. In 2022, Diana Ross made big news by buying a fancy waterfront home in Miami for a whopping $5,500,000. This amazing place was built in 2017 and sits on a huge piece of land, about 10,500 square meters, blending luxury and modern style perfectly. The main house is the star of this stunning property. It's a spacious 2-story building covering 5,800 square feet, with 5 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. Every corner of this home screams luxury and sophistication. When you step into the lobby, you're greeted by high ceilings and fancy terrazzo floors, making you feel like royalty. Inside, the house is full of glass walls, letting in tons of natural light and giving you incredible views of the landscape around. It's also super high-tech with all the modern gadgets you could want. The kitchen is a chef's dream, with stylish white and wood cabinets, a big island, marble countertops, and top-of-the-line appliances. Plus, there's a bar area, perfect for throwing fancy dinner parties and entertaining guests. The master bedroom is like a cozy retreat with plenty of room for a king-size bed, a comfy sitting area, and a private balcony with a view of Miami's skyline. Outside, the property is just as impressive, with big gardens and terraces where you can relax and enjoy the outdoors. With her staggering net worth, you can bet Diana has an impressive collection of supercars. Her cars show off her different tastes and rich lifestyle with a bunch of fancy vehicles. One of her most treasured cars is the famous Rolls-Royce. It's all about elegance and class, just like Ross herself. But she doesn't stop there. Ross also owns a cool Ram 1500 Hemi Sport, which is both powerful and stylish. This tough, yet classy truck shows off her love for both speed and good looks. Another cool car in Ross's collection is the Chrysler 300. It's known for its sleek design and fancy features, offering comfort and style that matches Ross's taste perfectly. And of course, there's the luxurious limousine. It's the ultimate vehicle of luxury and extravagance, perfect for special occasions or just cruising around in style. Ross doesn't spend all her wealth on expensive cars and massive mansions. She also aims to help make the world a better place. One of the big things she does is run the Diana Ross Foundation. Through this foundation, she puts her money towards lots of different good causes, making a real difference in communities all over the world. One of the cool things her foundation did was build a playground for kids in Central Park, New York. This gives kids a safe and fun place to play and hang out, showing how much she cares about making sure kids have the best possible start in life. Ross also supports Autism Movement Therapy, a group that helps people with autism using music and movement. She's really passionate about helping people with special needs and believes in the power of music to change lives. But that's not all. Ross also gives money and support to lots of other charities, like Celebrity Fight Night and AIDS prevention projects. She's really focused on tackling big health issues and standing up for people who might not have a voice otherwise. In 2018, Ross was honored for her charity work with a special performance alongside the National Arts Orchestra. She even gave a huge $800,000 donation to the National Youth Orchestra Foundation, showing just how committed she is to helping young people succeed in the arts. Through all her charity work, Diana Ross shows us what it means to be kind, generous, and committed to making the world a better place. Her legacy inspires us all to lend a hand and make a difference wherever we can.